All right, hey Chipola Nation, we're here with Karen Hall. And Karen, you're an advisor in student services, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, and we just want to talk about the whole registration process.
Okay.
We've got summer term C coming up. We've already started summer term, I guess we call it A and B.
Yes.
And we want to talk about what students might need to know to get ready to come to summer school and also come to classes in the fall.
Okay.
All right. So I just want to start out, and we're going to look at this from the perspective of, I'm a brand new student. I don't know anything. What do I do? What's my first step?
Okay. Well, the first thing is to log on to our Chipola website. In the top right corner is a link that says Apply Online.
Okay.
So a student would apply online and make sure to include a valid working email address, and then make sure to turn in residency forms to make sure that if you're in-state Florida resident, that you can prove that you're a Florida resident. All of those documents go to the admissions office.
Okay.
A student will receive an email that says their application has been received. Admissions will send them an email stating any documents that they still need to turn in for their application to be complete and for them to be cleared for registration.
Right. Okay.
So admissions stays in contact with the student through their personal email to begin with.
Good.
And then once they are cleared for registration, they may call the admissions office and make sure they're clear. And if they are cleared for registration, come meet with an advisor in the advising hall in Student Services Building A. An advisor would be glad to sit down and talk with them about their academic plan, what their plans are, their major, where they would like to transfer to, if they're doing an AA degree. And the advisor would advise them on what classes to take beginning summer C and from there on, beginning in the fall.
Karen, is it best to make an appointment with an advisor?
Not necessarily. At this point, students can come at any time.
Yeah, so we're completely open.
Yes.
And you can just walk in and just sit down and meet with somebody like you, or we have maybe 3 or 4 other advisors.
We do. We have 3 advisors and our trio advisor. We are here in the summer, our summer hours are from 7 to 5. And so at all times, there are 2 to 4 people who are available. Advisors.
And I have found, I used to do advising with students, faculty used to do advising, and it's so much better if you can come in the summer when things are kind of slow and sit down and have a meaningful dialogue with an advisor rather than just trying to get your classes together at the last minute. So I would recommend that anybody, come in the summer when things are not so hectic and really sit down and talk about, what your aspirations are. I think, and also the earlier you register, the better selection you have for classes.
Yes, because classes do fill up.
The times start filling up, the particular sections start filling up, and so then you're stuck with taking what's left. And
in fact, registration is open now for Term C.
Right.
And Term C classes start June the 28th. And they end August the 9th.
Okay, and that's summer term C. So right now we're in, I guess, summer term A and B. We've started the 6-week term and the 12-week term that runs over the whole summer. But if you're not in that, then you can sign up for summer term C, and those classes start again. When did you say? June 28th?
Yes, June 28th.
The classes start June 28th.
For Term C.
Okay, and so a brand new high school graduate can come to those classes, or really anybody else can come to those classes. Okay.
And that Term C will be over August the 9th. And then registration for the fall begins in July.
Right. Okay, great. Let's talk about money. Now, it is not free to go to college. It costs a little bit. We did an article last week on what a deal Chipola is, because we really are, we're very, very reasonable. Our tuition is, it's a little over $100, or our bachelor's classes are, like $115, which is basically half of what, the Florida State and University of West Florida and Troy and those kind of places are. So we really are a very good deal, but sometimes it can be a challenge to scrape together $1,200, $1,500 and buy $300 worth of books. So What are some of the financial aid opportunities that we have at Chipola?
Well, of course, we have the financial aid office that is in the Student Services building. Students are encouraged to complete a FAFSA
Right.
application. And then from that point on, the financial aid office is in communication with the student to let the student know if he or she is missing any documents.
Right.
They communicate and let them know, you need to complete this
Exactly.
document. So that is one source. Another is our foundation, which has a plethora of resources,
Absolutely.
scholarships for students. And high school seniors are given those application packets at their high school from their guidance counselor, but they're also welcome to come to the Chipola Foundation office.
Right,
and
right.
obtain those
Yeah,
applications.
and they're also on the website.
Yes, they
under
are.
chipola.edu/foundation.
Yes.
You can get both of those packets. And there are over, I just counted the other day, there are over 150 scholarships that our foundation
Really,
awards.
yes.
So, so money is not a concern. And if you think you don't have enough money to go to college, you're probably wrong, because there are so
I
many
agree.
sources of
And
funds
that's
out there.
when I go talk with seniors at the end of the school year, I begin my presentation with this. If you take away one thing that I say today, it's that there are resources for you to attend college.
Right.
If you don't hear anything else I say today,
Yeah.
that money is available.
Right. But there, like everything else, there are deadlines. And so
Exactly.
you can't show up here 2 days before school starts and think that you're going to
Exactly.
get scholarships and financial aid. And the FAFSA, for some people, it's challenging to get all that done and to get all the forms and the tax forms and everything from your parents. So start early, try to get help with that, and make sure that, you know, you've done it in plenty of time.
And if students need help completing those forms and applications, we're more than happy to help
Right,
any student.
right.
And even students of veterans. Students do not have to be a veteran to receive some of those educational benefits,
Okay.
even if their parents are a veteran.
Oh, all right.
So I encourage students to come in and talk with our veteran advisor, Mr.
Okay.
Calise,
Okay.
about the opportunities.
Yeah, okay, great. Now, so let's talk about, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but did you write down that FAFSA deadline?
I did
It's
not.
somewhere in July.
Okay.
But we'll promote that, and we'll try to put it on the screen. But there is a date by which you must apply for the FAFSA in order to get your fall classes
Exactly.
paid for.
That's
And
exactly
so that is on our website, so look at that and make sure that you start in plenty of time in order to get that done.
And I also want to mention that there is a scholarship for Term C for first-time in-college students. It's called a
Okay.
Fast Track Scholarship.
That's right, the Helios, from the
Yes.
Helios Foundation.
So students should contact the foundation for more information about that scholarship for
Right,
Term C.
right. And like so many things with the pandemic, I think the government tried to, throw as much money at the pandemic as possible. And so we had some funds that were unclaimed because we had more money than we had students apply for these things. So there is money
And
out there.
Yes, and it is a time, even though it's been rough times, it is a great time to pursue a post-secondary
Yeah,
education.
it really is. And Karen, I was so encouraged. Our enrollment, like the enrollment of so many colleges across the country, it dipped a little right when the pandemic started because, people were just unsure of what was going on. But for summer, we are back up to really higher than we had last summer.
Yes, that's
So
correct.
I'm very encouraged by that, and it seems like things are kind of getting back to normal. And I do want to mention that we will have regular face-to-face classes in the
Yes,
fall.
yes,
So
yes.
if you're worried about that, if you didn't like the Zoom thing, then we're going back to face-to-face. But we also have a lot of online classes. So if
Yes.
your schedule dictates that you're not able to come on campus, several times a week, then you can find
Yes.
some online classes. So we have a whole lot of different options for students. And again, our website is chipola.edu, and the main phone number is 526-2761. And if you call during the day from 7 to 5 in the summer, you can just ask the person who answers the phone for help, for financial
Yes,
aid, for
financial-
advising for
yes,
a particular
admissions,
major.
yes.
Yeah, and he will be glad to send you to somebody
Yes.
who can help you.
And we are closed on Fridays.
Right, we are closed
So-
on Fridays during,
so,
yeah, so that's
Okay.
the reason for the longer days. So, well, Karen, is there anything else you think that we didn't cover?
Well, just want to make sure that it is not too late to apply for Term C and for the fall.
Okay,
Registration for the fall begins July 6th for
All right.
students with 30 or more hours.
Okay.
And July 7th for other current students.
okay. So even if you're a brand new student, if you get your paperwork done, you apply, you can register in the month of July?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. New students for
New
fall,
students.
registration starts July the 12th.
Okay, all right, great. So that'd be, you'd get a jump on everybody else and get
Yes.
some really good classes. Okay. Well, Karen, thank you
Okay.
so much for
You're
talking to us today. We've been talking, I don't know, we were trying to keep this under 10 minutes
Yeah.
for the students so that they would stay interested, but we appreciate you talking to
Sure,
us. And
anytime.
give Karen a call and she'll be glad to help you get enrolled at Chipola College.